Ladies and gentlemen, it's Travis here, and welcome back to the SF Bay Area Sports Talk channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. The Golden State Warriors get the epic victory 121 to 116 over the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Warriors have now earned the 7th seed in the NBA playoffs, and they will be taking on the number 2 seed Houston Rockets starting this Saturday, April 19th. Big shout out, that is my brother's birthday. What a way to get it started, the NBA playoffs. And for the Warriors, this game was very entertaining. It was not easy to get this gritty, grindy win by 5 over this Grizzlies team. And I mean, John Morant did have a bit of an injury scare, but what is good news to hear, he did return to the game, and I think that he should be able to play in their game coming up on Friday between either Sacramento or Dallas. Bane for the Grizzlies. Desmond Bane was... he played incredible and really kept the Grizzlies in this game and gave them a great opportunity to find a way to get a win in this game. Welcome in, Daniel Barre, Sports Highlights. Good to see you in the house. The Warriors get it done tonight. And look, this win tonight was so huge. Jimmy Buckets, playoff Jimmy. We saw him out there, 38 points tonight. He was fantastic. He was electrifying. And just outstanding performance in the game. And you just love to see it. Jimmy Buckets and Stephen Curry dropping 37 points, 6 threes in the game, and the 2 threes down the stretch of this game late. Those were absolutely clutch for the Warriors to pull out this victory at the end. And for the Warriors, you wanted to win tonight to be able to have this rest. Now they will have 3 days off before the first round of the playoffs starting on Saturday. And when you look at this Warriors team, which over the last 3 weeks or so have essentially been playing knockout games, meaning that these games are so important, and for them they work so hard to try to get that 6th seed to avoid the play-in tournament. But the good thing about falling to the play-in tournament was the fact that, you went in there as the 7th seed. If you got this win tonight, you would advance to the playoffs, and you would avoid having to play, say, on Friday. Because, if the Warriors had to play come Friday, that'd just be an extra game. And now you're able to have 3 days off going into Saturday. And for Stephen Curry, for his thumb, to get some of that rest is going to be key. 3 days off for this Warriors team will refresh them, and they will be ready to go on Saturday. And look, when you look at a preview of this playoff series, it's going to be a great one. You got what's going on, AM Echo Sky. Good to see you in the house. What a game tonight by the Golden State Warriors, 121 to 116. And a big shout out to all my San Francisco Giants fans out there. I will be back tomorrow doing post-game shows. Apologize, I was away on vacation. Really happy to be back here and to watch this game tonight. This was so much fun, so much entertainment. And for the Warriors, it doesn't get any better than to come away with a win tonight and to advance as the 7th seed to now qualify for the playoffs which at one point in the season, prior to acquiring Jimmy Butler, it did not look like that this team was going to be headed to a playoff spot, let alone a play-in spot. So when they got Jimmy, they were in the play-in tournament at like the 9 seed, and they jumped to, at one point they were the 5 seed temporarily, but ultimately fell to number 7, fell to the play-in. But now, to get this opportunity, to play a first round playoff series, you have the greatest shooter in NBA history in Stephen Curry. You have playoff Jimmy. You have Draymond Green. In this Warriors team, they got some really clutch players on their bench. I mean, when you got Guy Santos, you got Gary Payton II, the defense that he brings, Quentin Post with the size, his ability to knock down threes, Buddy Hield knocking down threes. So this team, Warriors team, what is key now, I mean, with Jimmy Butler getting to the free throw line, being able to, now that defenders, they got to, watch Steph, they got to watch Jimmy, and it just creates a lot of ball movement for the Warriors, and they're able to get good possessions, able to score, and that is key moving forward. Welcome in, everyone, to the Golden State Warriors post-game show. Glad you could join us tonight as we are breaking down this play-in matchup between the Warriors and Grizzlies, with the Warriors edging out the Grizzlies 121 to 116. And with the win, the Warriors are now the 7 seed in the NBA playoffs, and they will take on the number 2 seed Houston Rockets, which is a very young and hungry basketball team. So you really got to be on alert against that Rockets team. But what I think will be interesting is the fact that with the Rockets, they're so young that you can make the argument that do they have the experience to win big games, win clutch games? That remains to be seen. And I think when you stack up the Warriors, their championship pedigree, their ability to win in big moments and big games, they have done it time and time again. I mean, so many clutch games, even last year, a year where they just didn't have enough. I mean, they could not match other lineups from other teams last year. And, you needed on most nights Curry going off to win a lot of those games. And you were able to build leads, but then teams could get right back into the game when Curry would go on the floor. But now that you have Jimmy Butler, you have Jimmy Buckets, Curry can get some rest. Butler is able to run the offense and be able to get great looks for his teammates. So it really has opened up this offense. That roadblock, I want to be honest, that roadblock tournament should have never happened nowadays. The Grizzlies could have faced the number one seed Thunder. The NBA could have the play-in tournament after 2021. Yeah, the play-in tournament is it's interesting to debate about it and to share. Appreciate the comments, AM Echo Sky. In this case, the Warriors being the 7th seed, Grizzlies, they still can technically be the 8th seed if they end up winning that next game. But essentially, without the play-in, you already would have had that matchup locked in, Grizzlies and Thunder. It's one of those things that, for me, I think I like the play-in tournament. I think I like the fact that it gives your team a chance. And a perfect example is my team in this year's, the way it's set up, because the Bulls finished 9th in the East. And in prior years, if you finished 9th, you were on the outside of the playoff picture. I remember one year the Bulls were the 8th seed, and they took on LeBron James and the number 1 seed Cavaliers, and they handled us pretty well, unfortunately, in that case. in this case, this year, we're the 9th seed. We have a chance to possibly earn the 8th seed, which I do think the Bulls will actually end up being able to do it, because I think we can beat Miami tomorrow, and then we would face Orlando, and I think that is a winnable matchup. And then should you beat Orlando, look, the Bulls are going to be a sneaky tough team. I think that we could shock everyone and knock off. I think Cleveland's number 1 seed. We could shock them off. Or we could big surprise. Yes, the Warriors won the game, but the NBA could the Warriors won the game, but they're supposed to face the Rockets after the regular season. Yep. It's going to be great, man. I can't wait for this matchup coming up on Saturday to get to see the great Stephen Curry in a playoffs matchup, because, last year, losing in the play-in tournament to Sacramento, a tough way to go out, but ultimately, you knew that last year's Warriors team, they didn't have enough, and, even getting to the play-in tournament, you took it with how the year went. But this year, everything changed once the Warriors got Jimmy Butler, and now, the reality of, can this Warriors team get to the NBA Finals? It really is possible. It really is possible. It's going to be just epic to see how everything is going to play out. And look, I can't wait for it. Now we are going to be getting to our picks of the game. For my player of the game, I'm taking playoff Jimmy, 38 points. He was clutch tonight, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. Jimmy buckets, playoff Jimmy getting it done tonight. And Steph Curry, 37 points, 6 threes in the game. Just a incredible, exciting win for the Golden State Warriors. That is debatable. I can't stand, because the most ridiculous idea they didn't. It's one of those things where sometimes the games can be non-competitive, and that's where I would argue that the play-in tournament, is debatable, because you can make the argument that a lot of these teams in the play-in tournament are not really likely to win the championship, and do we really want to see these teams play these games where ultimately we know that, say, the top 6 teams in each conference, those are the championship contenders. But again, I think it comes down to, you do the play-in tournament because it keeps more teams in it throughout the year. If you have your team still in it, then those games end up still being meaningful to more teams, more fans. So that's where I agree with the play-in tournament. I think having more teams in it for the playoff mix brings more excitement to fans into the game, where teams are still in it down the stretch. You could be where the Phoenix Suns were. I think they finished 11th. They finished out of the play-in tournament, but because that they still could have got the 10 seed, that opportunity could have still been there. So love the personally never a fan, didn't watch at all, never watch. Yeah, thank you for the comments, AMEGO Sky. Again, I'm a big fan of the appreciate your comments. I haven't liked the play-in tournament in the sense for the Warriors. It hasn't worked out well until tonight, winning this game. It is very much debatable. But it is where we've gotten to now, and we've seen MLB add a second wild card, which that's, I think, been great for the game. And then we've seen those playoff series go from a one-game do-or-die series to a best-of-3, which, look, I think that's great, because, to play as many as 162 games, I think playing a best-of-3 series gives you a more representation of which team is better than based off just one game. So look, love it. Good to see you in the house. SGA Sports Talk channel. Awesome. I would love to join you right now, but it is getting late for me, and I got work tomorrow. But look, definitely, I've been busy working SGA, but I am planning to, hopefully we can, again, I know I've been saying it for a while, but I will be reaching out to you. I got your email, so looking forward to reaching out, and we will definitely plan something, hopefully soon, and we can talk Warriors, Giants, and 49ers. So looking forward to it. Warriors get the win tonight, 121 to 116. They have made the NBA playoffs. Welcome in. Did a very got you. Appreciate the comments, everyone. Have a great rest of your night. Take care. And let's go, Warriors. What a game. Have a great one.